Hey, this is Ghost Loadman and my name is Freddy. In this devlog I wanna show you my new inventory system and the UI that I made. My game have right now not a name, but it have a concept, so stay tuned. As much as I like Pokemon, roguelikes and games where you can build your own home as a retreat, this game is just an inspired of it. So it's literally a Pokemon dungeon crawler housing build game. As in my last video about the procedural dungeon generation, I got so many great comments and I want to say thank you guys, you rock! First of all, I just wrote a script for each object that can hold some data, for example with scriptable objects. And then after I pick it up in the world, then it spawns in my inventory. Right now the items are scriptable objects that hold some data and game object maybe which can spawn later on, for example a weapon or so on. But right now I'm not quite sure if it's the great idea to do it like this, or if I should do everything in game object instead and just disable them when they are in the inventory. Because for example I just want to have random generated weapons later on, for example with different stats and so on. But I don't know how I can solve this right now, but that's something for later on. For everyone who don't know what the scriptable objects are, they are amazing data containers. They don't need to be attached to a game object in this scene, they can be saved as an asset in our project. Most often they are used as an asset which only meant to store data, but can also use to help serialize objects and can be instantiated in our scene. And that's what I need to figure out later on. How does it work? Then I added some drag and drop for the inventory system that the player can have better user experience. Now I show you how you can make drag and drop by yourself. So you need two scripts, one for the inventory slot and one for the canvas manager, and both needs to implement Unity's engine's event systems. The inventory slot gets the iDrag-handler interface and the endDrag-handler interface, and you implement the onDrag and onEndDrag functions from the interfaces. The onDrag function only gets the icon on the sprite or the image from the button or the inventory slot and put it to the position from the mouse. Now it looks like you make a drag function. In the onEndDrag function, you only set the local position from the icon to its 0 values. So it snaps back to its first position. Then you add in the canvas manager script the iDrop-handler interface and the onDrop function. The onDrop function will be executed before the onEndDrag function. So you just iterate through all inventory slots and check which is current on drag, and then you make an rect transform out of it and check with rectangle transform utility.rectangle contains screen point if the current object is over the mouse or behind the mouse. So you got the right inventory slot. I'm not the best in explaining something, but I hope you can understand it. If you have more questions you can ask me on Twitter or on Discord or something. So please forgive me. Later on I give the possibility that the player can change from each character the weapon, and it gets automatically equipped or destroyed when the player removes the item. I would be very happy if I can get some feedback from my videos also on, because I want to get you the best content that I can do right now. And I know I'm not the funniest dude or so, but I am a person that always try to improve myself and get the best out of me. So if you have some ideas also on, please write it down in the comments and would be very happy about it. PS, I know my English is not the best, but I try my best. And I wish you a really good day. Check out everything what's down in the video and see you in the next video. Bye!